And welcome to Paranormal Versus. I'm your host, Michael. Quick announcement about that. Kell, unfortunately, is not feeling well, so she is taking time to get better. So hopefully, she'll be back in a couple of weeks. In the meantime, another big announcement for our show is we have created, as some of you know, a Facebook group page. And we also now have a dedicated YouTube channel for the show. So big changes are in store for the show. So keep subscribing and follow along. Enough with the boring announcements. Let's jump into our exciting guest, the Forbidden Explorers, or Forbidden Exploration, I should say.
Forgotten explorations, but it's all good.
Oh,
We're,
man, I feel so bad right now.
oh no, man, you're
It's
good.
all good.
Trust me.
You're
Trust
chilling,
me.
man.
It's all good.
We had somebody call us the Forgotten Exchangers before. It's all good, man. Yeah, I'm Austin. I'm the founder. And then nope,
Which way you wanna go?
nope,
Yeah,
yep, that way.
I'm
There
Wheeler,
we go.
the newest member of Forgotten Explorations.
Okay, bottom line.
Right. I'm Jacob.
And I'm AG, one of the members of Forgotten Explorations.
Together we make the Backyardigans.
There you go. So, how did you all meet?
So I've known Jacob since freshman year of high school, and I'm gonna feel old. We're coming up on 9 years since we graduated, so about 14 years. I've known Jacob. So we met in high school, and then AG and I actually worked together at a car dealership, and AG and Wheeler have been best
Yeah.
friends for probably about the same
Just
amount of
about-
time that Jacob and
yeah.
I have.
I think we
Yeah,
met
around
in
middle school.
last year middle school. So
So well, get
It's all good.
better, Kel.
All good. Thanks for having us on the show.
Yes, thank you.
appreciate it.
Yeah, well, thank you for coming on. And one thing that I found interesting about your team is you guys started out as urban explorers.
Yep.
So, what got you into urban exploration?
Honestly, I grew up in a pretty strict kind of childhood, so I never got to go out and do things. So we started doing this, as we're of age, going into these abandoned places that you're really not supposed to go into. So, I mean, just starting off, we drove past this old school, and we're like, it'd be crazy to go into this place. It would be wild, and we did it, and just I guess the rush that we had afterwards, after exploring this area, was just so much more intense than anything that I had ever done before. So that's just kind of how it started. It's your boy.
Hey, Rachel.
Hi.
What's up, Rachel?
That's
So-
Rachel. We know her.
I'd hope so, or that's one interesting hello to a group of people. No, so where's some of the places that you urban explored?
So we did an old school for the deaf and blind, which is going to sound really bad, but it was shut down in the 70s, and it just sat abandoned for the longest time. Jacob and I did that. I personally went to an old hydroelectric dam that was also abandoned on the James River. Myself, Jacob, and AG attempted to go to an abandoned hospital, but that was
Quickly backed out. It's too scary.
yeah. If y'all want to take over on that one.
Yeah, it was pretty bad.
Yeah, we just got to the place and it was way bigger than we anticipated, and it just was
like
too dark.
complete dark.
Yeah, it was just too spooky.
I take it, was it Belle Isle?
It was
Yeah, that's
Yeah, but Wheeler and I, before we joined the group, or I should say, when we joined the group, uh, we've stopped doing the abandoned places, and that's when we, I guess, transitioned more into like doing more paranormal stuff.
Yeah, going places legally, pretty much.
yeah, a little too old to
Yeah.
be
Yeah.
doing the illegal activities.
Yeah.
So, AG, question for you.
Yes, sir.
For people who don't know what urban exploration is, how would you describe it to them?
Almost. I think that's where originally Austin got the name for our channel. I would say it's pretty much just going into places where they've either been closed down or have been abandoned or forgotten for at least a couple of years. But what's cool about those places is that they're a lot of the times, they do have paranormal stuff happening with them. I think a lot of the places, actually, that's probably one of the reasons why they get shut down, is because, especially when you look at like the smaller places, like the homes and houses. Like I was watching a video last night where this guy had an abandoned house, and the reason why they abandoned it was because just too many freaky paranormal stuff was happening there, so they just left it, and no one's been living in it, for 5-10 years. But yeah, I'd say it's like exploring places that either have been abandoned or forgotten, or that no one is willing to like go explore.
Okay.
Very well said, I might add.
yeah.
So, Jacob, we're going to switch to you for a second. Kell has a question for you, and I think I'll ask everybody as well. What got you into the paranormal?
When I was honestly my son's age, I used to see people a lot and ask God to take it away from me because I used to live in a haunted house. Doors would slam, pots would fall, see stuff running down the hallways, kids giggling, people fully manifesting in broad daylight, not even at night. So got out of it, and then when me and Austin was doing the urban stuff, we were like, why don't we just do paranormal stuff? This is pretty much the same thing, because where we've been that's been abandoned has been also been haunted. So he was like, well, yeah, let's just do it. So we started that, and I just wanted to get back into it just to prove that I'm not scared of it anymore. And then we started liking it, and then now we are 4 years later doing the channel stuff, and we're still kicking, going to different places and old places and places that haven't been before. It's getting pretty nuts and wild.
Cool. And so I'm kind of curious because everyone kind of has their niche or role in a team. What is your role with the team?
Just the other co-host, just there to investigate with the rest of them, show how to use equipment, different equipment, and then I would consider myself a little sensitive, but I feel like Wheeler's more sensitive than I am, and we just just work together in the group and just try to find out and prove that it actually was paranormal related and not like it's an old building and it was a creek. So we usually get down to read detailed investigation.
Right. And I'm just going to announce for everyone watching the show, no, there is not a spirit in Jacob's doorway.
That's why I started
That's
smiling.
what I was like. Yeah, I was looking at him.
He showed up out of nowhere and just stood there. Oh, dude, that was so funny.
No, I was like, I was noticing everyone. I was like, yeah, I better make an announcement about that.
Yeah. Comes to find out Jacob doesn't have a kid.
Yeah. What are you
Yeah.
talking about?
That'll really blow everyone's mind.
Yeah.
So, Wheeler, switching to you. What got you into the paranormal?
So I've been, like I said earlier, I've been best friends with AG since about middle school, and I know he was. Whenever we graduated, he went to work for a car company, and he worked with Austin. And I think I'll let him get more into that, but pretty much he joined the YouTube channel, and I was watching their videos on YouTube, and I was like, man, it'd be really cool to at least go to one of these. So then I think back in June or July of last year, they asked me if I wanted to come along, record a little bit, be a part of the video, and I was like, yeah, for sure. And we actually went out to lunch before the investigation, and that's when they asked me if I wanted to join the team. And this was before the investigation and everything. And I was like, yeah. And they showed me like a T-shirt design that had my face on it and stuff. So I thought that was pretty cool. It's actually this one right here. There's me.
So you were actually chosen before you even were chosen.
Yeah, yeah. And what's crazy is
He's the chosen one.
Oh, what's the chosen one? Except for Austin with his godly light in the background. But
Thank you, Parapapa.
yeah, appreciate it. But we we went to this place called the Cabin on 360 for the first investigation. And from what I understood, they were trying to take it easy on me. They were like, let's just kind of ease him into it, let him see what it's about. Maybe a couple things will happen. And to this day, the Cabin on 360 has been the scariest place that I've ever been. And nothing has topped it. And I've been doing this since like June or July. I don't even know how many investigations / public events I've been on. But yeah, that was the most terrifying place for me.
I think you're coming up on your like 20th investigation, honestly.
Yeah.
Wow.
We've done a lot in less than a year. We have done a lot.
Yeah.
So I do have a question for you, but before that, you brought up that like the location was called the Cabin in 360. Is that its actual name, or is that like the name and like a location that you guys use so that you know where you're talking about?
So the Cabin on 360 is the actual name of it. If you look it up, it'll show you it's in
Mechanicsville.
Mechanicsville, yeah.
Mechanicsville, Virginia.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's actually on the Highway 60.
Yeah,
so-
right off the road. There's a cabin on the property, and then there's a rancher house. And the rancher house basement is the scariest place that I've ever been in my entire life.
Okay, and for everyone watching, in case you haven't kind of clued in with everything being around Virginia right now, they are based out of Virginia.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
So, Wheeler, being the quote baby, the youngest of the team, what's the weirdest thing you guys have found while exploring?
That's a good question. The weirdest thing that we found. So the Cabin on 360, the first time I went, me and Austin actually saw the same shadow figure together in the same room, and we weren't recording. And that was probably one of the scariest things. One of the weirdest or like craziest things that I've seen is at one of our most recent investigations at the Fleetwood Church. I actually brought this downstairs so I could show you. We had this device set up, and it's just a REM pod.
Right.
And it's sitting on a table. And I counted down. I just said, can you touch that antenna in 3, 2, 1? And then it lit up immediately. So that was one of the craziest things that I've seen. We posted it on TikTok, Facebook.
Oh,
Yeah, we posted it everywhere because it was one of the most profound pieces of evidence with equipment that I've ever seen. Most intelligent.
Wow, that's pretty cool. And so Pam Harris is asking, and I'm not sure which one of you guys want to take this. Have you ever investigated in Indiana?
I personally have not. No.
No, I haven't
Yeah,
either.
not.
No.
We're interested in any location though. So,
So I see that you guys, Ray obviously, is really proud of you guys. How did you guys meet up with Ray and get involved with Ray?
It's a good story.
yeah, this is So we got involved in this location called the Abandoned Central High. It's a school in Goochland, Virginia that actually was just left. I believe the last day that it was functioning was February 2nd, 2002.
Yeah.
So we were interested in doing an investigation there, and they the school itself, the person that ran the school, Mariah, she was like, "Hey, if you guys want to do something, we have a team that's here that does things called RTL Paranormal." Had never heard of these guys before, and just because of recent events, we didn't like doing things with other people, just because of, I guess, butting heads in a way. Well,
We're shy.
we're shy.
Non-confrontational.
we were really nervous, and come to find out, they were really nervous because they didn't know us, we didn't know them. So we both teams walked in with like the same mentality.
Can I add?
By the end of the night, we acted like family, and Ray came up to us and he was like, "Come to the public event that we're doing next week." So we went, and that's where he kind of came up to myself, AG, and Wheeler, because Jacob was out of town, and he was like, "Hey, we want to represent you guys. Flumery wants to represent you guys," and that's been the start ever since.
Wow. So Wheeler, what were you wanting to add?
Oh, just the beginning of that story. When we said we were shy, we thought there was going to be maybe one car there, and we pull up to the high school, and there's at least like 3 or 4 black cars parked outside of the front door. And we sat in the car, and we were like, I don't know about this one, man. How many people are about to be in this building?
We thought that we were about to get Men in Black, basically.
Yeah,
I know. Mind erased.
That's what I was thinking. That's like, what did I just pull up to?
Yeah.
So Kell is in the chat room, and she's saying you guys should come investigate in the UK.
Oh yeah,
I would
100%
dream.
I was actually born there, but not.
Indiana. We talked about you guys moving west to do events, so
hey,
start moving
farther. I'm in for anything.
So how far would you guys be willing to travel for an investigation?
Into the earth.
Yeah.
Yeah, honestly, anywhere. If the funds, are okay.
Yeah, if money wasn't a thing, then
money's not an issue.
We'd definitely be everywhere.
I'm sure there's a budget in there somewhere.
100%.
We'll canoe do an investigation if we have to.
So, Pam, I will chime in. I would love to come and do this location. I have some friends that have done it, but are you guys familiar with the Indiana State Sanitarium?
I am not.
But it sounds like something.
I do think we're going to our first sanatorium here in a couple, definitely within this year.
I think it's not next month, but the month after. So May.
Yeah, a couple months. Yeah. Okay.
May 20 something.
Yeah.
So maybe after we go to that one, we'll have our a little more experience doing sanatoriums.
Yeah, we won't be wearing the diapers anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah. I will definitely say you want to look this one up because it is a very haunted, very creepy location.
I'll write that down here.
Indiana State Sanitarium. Ray says they are the most humble, the most passionate, and the most respectful bunch of paranormal investigators I have been blessed to know. Oh, Ray, you have to say that about me. This is about them, Ray.
May 12. Wow.
Yep. Oh, Ray's willing to hook you guys up.
Yeah, I'm looking at it right now, actually, on my other monitor. This place looks freaking creepy.
I know. It is definitely on my list of places I would love to travel to.
Oh yeah.
I don't know that I can make May 12th myself, Pam. They may be able to. But thank you for sharing that with us.
Wheeler's face.
I just found it. Oh my god. That place looks wild.
All right, let's do it, Ray. Let's do it.
Man. Wow, I can't believe I stumbled on a place that all of you had never heard of.
Hey, I mean this place looks insane, honestly.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Come on, Kel. Let's do it.
Yeah, you guys need a branch in the UK.
Oh yeah. Love you, Ray.
So Wheeler, can you do the face again when you first looked at the
Oh, I gotta pull it back up
sanatorium?
to be authentic.
To make it authentic.
It's almost laid out like a cross.
Yeah, exactly.
I know.
Dude. Whoa. That place is huge too.
Yeah, place looks massive.
I would love to go back to the UK though, because I actually was born there, but I only stayed there for a couple of years because my parents or my dad's in the Air Force. So yeah, the
what
quicker
part?
we can go. Bury St. Edmunds. That's all I know, unfortunately. But
Well,
yeah,
I'm
we
sure
were only
Kel
there for a
knows where it's
couple.
at.
Yeah. But yeah, we've been speaking about going to somewhere overseas. Yeah. And we were thinking, England or Ireland has some pretty crazy places too.
Dude, I want to just go visit Japan. Like it's been
Japan,
a dream
yeah,
of mine to go to
Japan
Japan
too.
for so long.
Yeah.
She says, "Yeah, it's down south." So
Yeah.
you're down south from where she is.
You're basically the Virginia of the UK.
Yeah.
Nice.
South.
No, but actually, if you were to pick a place overseas, just anywhere in Europe, pretty much, you could throw a stone in any direction, and you're gonna find a haunted location.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Or the
Unfortunately, someone
Facebook
doesn't.
user is.
What's up, Facebook user?
What's up?
Yeah, you gotta allow StreamYard to have your name so we can identify, who we're talking with. But yeah, so let me get Austin back up since he's the founder and probably the schedule keeper. So what adventures are coming up for you guys?
So actually, next weekend we're working with another team. This is the first time that it's Kevin.
Oh,
Oh,
Michael
Kevin,
Jordan.
what's up, Kevin?
He has a Facebook. I don't know why. He
Yeah,
must
I
be
don't
on
know.
like his phone or something.
so if you don't, when you enter the chat room, if you don't give permission to StreamYard, it'll show you up as Facebook user.
Oh, okay. So he
Gotcha.
just click no.
Understandable. So
We
yeah,
got
this
something this weekend too.
yeah
So you were saying you're teaming up with the team this weekend.
yeah we're doing something with Clifton Paranormal, and they're a team inside Pennsylvania. And they're actually going to the cabin on 360. And since we're
Quite familiar.
okay, yeah, since we're pretty familiar with the cabin, they wanted us to team in. So we got that. We're doing Greystone Manor, which is in New York. I think what else? I know May we got the sanatorium.
Yeah.
Fairy Plantation
June.
and
Yeah, Fairy Plantation in September.
yes,
And then we got the 2 in August.
it's
Yeah,
in
and then we got
August.
Yeah.
Faircloth. Fairfield.
Fairfield.
Fairfield Infirmary and Madison Seminary
Yep.
and Ohio.
There's going to be 2
So-
investigations in 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah. Have you guys made it as far south as New Orleans yet?
No, so the furthest south we've gone to investigate is actually North Carolina.
Yeah.
So we're working on it. We're to do New Orleans would be amazing though. Just the history in there.
Well, in October on the 27th, 28th, and 29th, um, Para, not Para, the Fear Fest is going on, and it's Paranormal United Network and Parapost are hosting it. That's our network. And so it's a huge event where they're having guest speakers coming, and there's going to be investigations in New Orleans. They have a music group coming. So yeah, if you guys want to come, it's on Eventbrite. You got to go look on Eventbrite and look up Fear Fest 2023 New Orleans.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah, you guys would probably have so much fun there.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah.
it sounds like a lot of fun. I don't think as a team we haven't been to like
Convention type thing.
yeah, or
Yeah.
like an event really, other than the I guess paranormal hunting public events that we go to.
Yeah. Well, Pam says reach out because she's booking that date for the 12th on or about April 12th. And there's also the Joliet Prison in Illinois. Ooh, a 2-for-1.
Okay.
That sounds interesting.
A twofer.
A twofer.
I wonder if you do the jail first, and that'll lead you to want to stay in the sanitarium.
Yeah.
But we got another one saying hello that not sure who we're talking with.
I think it still might be Kevin, maybe.
Might be Rachel.
Well, no,
Rachel's
because
been
Rachel,
somewhere.
yeah, Rachel earlier was in. She's on YouTube.
Dream location. Ooh. Honestly, if I had to pick like a dream location, I wouldn't be like any one specific location. I just want to go somewhere that like scares the crap out of me. Like really, really like scares me to the point of me not wanting to do this anymore. That's the one thing that I've wanted to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'll agree with Austin on that. There's not really a specific location, but I've been watching a lot of Japanese paranormal hunters, and just to keep it brief, he goes into an abandoned home to where the houses still had the paper wooden doors, the sliding doors,
Right.
Mm-hmm.
and he's a solo investigator, so shout out to him because I don't know how he goes in there.
I have a hard
He's like-
time spending 15 minutes in a place by myself.
Yeah, he has like 6 cameras. He has like one camera on each shoulder, looking in front and behind him. But he's in the room and he's facing the window, and the camera behind him catches almost a full body apparition of a female walking behind him and kind of like looking at him through the paper screen. And it just seems super creepy, just yeah. So
yeah, I'm not quite so sure I'd want to go solo myself.
yeah, no, especially if it's like abandoned, like no one, no one's been there. There can be squatters type of thing.
Yeah, it doesn't seem too bad at first when you're talking about it, but once you get there,
Yeah.
you're like, ooh, probably shouldn't have said I was going to do this solo.
Yeah.
So Wheeler, what's your dream location? U.S. or international? I'll throw that out there. Just
Probably international, somewhere international. But like they said, nowhere really in particular. I guess like a sanatorium or like a huge abandoned prison or something like that. But something just atop the cabin for me in terms of
I'll just
fear.
quickly throw out Alcatraz. That would be an amazing place to.
Oh,
Okay,
yeah,
actually,
dude.
my answer is Alcatraz. That's my
gonna say,
answer.
I remember we went there for when it was still open, and I was a kid way back then. So I'm glad that I think they're refurbishing it and stuff
Yeah,
like
they're
that.
they're trying to get it set up to open back up.
Yeah, so I don't know. Maybe if we're big enough or whatever by the time We can shoot them a little email.
That would be
Give them thousands
so
of dollars
insane, dude.
to try to stay there.
Be there.
That'd be so
All
insane.
right, before we get there, Ray says he's still waiting for a response from Alcatraz.
Yeah,
He's already getting you guys.
Yeah.
6 years later.
All right, Jacob. So what's yours?
Mine would probably have to be somewhere in Japan. I want to go to the forest, the suicidal forest, I guess I can call it that. So
Yeah.
I really want to go there if we can. That'd probably be like my number one on the list right now.
So let's be honest. How far in the forest would you go to investigate?
I'd probably do that. I mean, you can walk the trail during the day and it goes through the whole thing.
You get the exit in front of
But
him.
that night you're not supposed to be there unless
Yeah, you're not
stay
recommended
off.
to go.
Not
Yeah.
recommended to be there at night. But I would probably walk through the whole thing, just have a rope, tie it to all of us to make sure we don't get lost.
Yeah, and
We
so-
just
walking
pull the
along.
rope and Jacob's bones are just.
I was gonna say
Just
not
dragging
even
the
that,
party
just
like God.
gone.
I'm just trying to picture all four of you in the suicidal forest
A bunch of kindergarten.
and going. All of you get affected and
Falling
go.
alive.
Well, at least we're going out together because we're all roped together.
Yeah.
Got balloons tied to our wrists.
Backs, yeah. Glow sticks around our necks.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Pam was clarifying the sanitarium is in Rockville, Indiana, and the Joliet prison's in Joliet, Illinois. So 2 states, 1 investigation. And she wants to know if you guys have ever done the Estes method or mirror. I think she's trying to say scrying, but I'm not sure.
Yeah, we usually do this as method.
We've done mirror
Wheeler,
scrying
I
once.
think Wheeler's
and
the only-
Wheeler that did it.
I'm never doing it again.
He said, "I'm never doing
So what happened with the mirror scrying?
So we were at a public event, and good old Ray here had a great idea to have people do.
I said Wheeler.
Yeah, Pat helped me out too here.
Yeah,
But,
Pat was there. Yeah.
Yeah. I pretty much there was another investigation group. It was actually Fleetwood Paranormal, if I'm not mistaken.
Yeah.
And they were pretty much teaching me how to do it. I had to look, I think, like above my eyebrow, and then my eyes would fall in. I would start staring at one eye, and then whatever happens from there happens. But I was pretty much up there for I don't even know how long. I think it was. Was anybody else in the room with me?
No,
I was there.
upstairs,
I was part of your group.
Not upstairs.
So-
I don't even
Outside.
remember.
Yeah, you were up there maybe 10 minutes, and the thing that freaked me out the most is and 2 other people, I believe it was Rachel's son and some other patron that was to the right of me. We all saw it at the same time. I don't know if you've ever seen The Evil Dead, but yeah, his whole face in the reflection of the mirror changed. He looked like a deadite. And then you just see him he just goes and looks away, and we're like, what just happened? And he's like, honestly, I don't know. I just
Blacked
forgot to
out.
breathe or something
I felt,
like that.
Yeah, I felt really cold, forgot how to breathe, and then there's one more thing. I think I got really lightheaded or something like that. So I sat down, and one of the people from Fleetwood was trying to talk to me, and I kind of just remember looking up and nothing. I had no idea what she was saying to me. I was lost, and then everybody else came back in. The only thing I really remember after that was AG threw something at me.
I think it was
I don't know.
hand warmers.
Oh, yeah, it might have been hand warmers because I was so
'cause you
cold.
were- he
'Cause I
was-
remember something hitting my chest, and I looked down and I looked at
Yeah.
him.
He was shivering pretty bad. So
Yeah, people said when they came up to me, they could put their hand right in front of me, and you just felt like this wave of cold air that was surrounding me pretty much.
Yeah.
So after
Mhm.
that, at least I won't do mirror scrying until I learn how to do it
do it
correctly.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just went in.
It's probably a smart
We all had to
choice.
get cleansed too.
Yeah.
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 Yeah. I think that's everyone's dream, Pam, as long as you can leave.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
As long as you can leave, that's a good stipulation right there.
I was gonna say because I could not swim back. So,
Yeah, ain't no way.
Oh, here you go. We got a spoiler alert from Ray.
ooh,
Yeah, that'd be
California.
insane.
Yeah.
California girls.
only started.
Undeniable.
Yeah.
I have a feeling I might know where, because there's really only one real true hotspot that people would like try to get into that I can recall off the top of my head, and I'm gonna guess, Ray, is it Winchester Manor or the mansion?
That would be wild.
Yeah.
I want to do a mansion as well, actually. now that I think about it.
Ray says Magnolia Grange. Is
That's
that
where
a-
it was, but
Yep.
Amir is crying.
Okay.
That's where it happened.
And then let's see. Pat came in and said Wheeler.
Hey.
And let's
Ooh,
see.
I know what it is.
Oh,
I know exactly what it is.
What it is. Yeah. As soon as you said think Wilmington, North Carolina, I know what it is.
Oh, you guys are further ahead in the chat than I am. Trying to listen to you guys and keep Wilmington, North Carolina. I think that's a battleship is there, isn't
Yep.
it?
Yep.
North Carolina.
Yep.
Yeah, I did a virtual investigation there. Oh, Pam says, just to be clear, I'm not an investigator, but I have been very fortunate to be a follower who has been able to get with a team. I love it.
That's awesome.
Cool, Pam.
Yeah, that is awesome.
And let's see. Kell says, what about the Queen Mary?
The
That's
Queen
what I was
Mary.
thinking, bro.
Is that
That
what
would
it
be
is?
wild.
Yeah.
Is that in California?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
no way.
Yeah,
Yeah, Queen Mary would be
The
crazy.
Queen Mary is docked in California.
Yeah, Queen Mary would be.
I think she's permanently docked there right now.
Nope.
So I think Ray was saying nope to Winchester. Sorry, guys.
Yeah. Dude, that sounds like someone's picking up a
who's doing
stove
the
and
Vader
slamming it.
impersonation?
That's Elijah. What?
So
That's
Ray, are you
exactly
gonna tell us if we guess it?
He's
Oh,
just gonna
really?
stop
No.
responding.
That's actually
That's really
that's
cool.
crazy.
Ray says,
yeah,
Queen
if we
Mary
do go, we gotta-
unfortunately will be out of commission for a while. Not exactly sure what they're doing with it.
Oh, really?
So it's currently
So-
sinking, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's currently
And it's
sinking.
funny that you mentioned that, Ray, because when I was in Galveston, I wanted to go see the Alyssa, which is the tall ship that's like the state official tall ship. And it's sitting right there, and the lady's like, we can't let you board it. And I'm like, why not? It's right there. And she goes, it's leaving tomorrow to be updated and maintained. It's getting some cleaning done, and so we can't let anyone on it. I'm like, it's leaving tomorrow. This is today.
Yeah,
Come on.
exactly.
I
Come on.
drove all the way down here.
You have a
Yeah.
whole 24 hours. Come on.
But yeah, it's funny, but it's like you try to be respectful, and at the same time, you're sitting there thinking, this is crap.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
right there. I don't even have to. I even said, can I just step up on the corner here, take a
Yeah.
photo of it? She's like, no.
No.
I was like, wow.
Wow.
Pam says she's been on 5 investigations, going one in April 1st, in May, in June.
Nice.
Okay.
Awesome.
Or I think she's saying going on one in April, one in May, and in June. Maybe that's what she's trying to say.
Once a month.
Yeah.
That's really cool.
So what frequency do you guys investigate? Like, what's a good month for you guys that you try to do?
So honestly, last year we did some stuff, leading up to Halloween. I think the most we've done in a month was something every week, right?
Yeah, if not
Yeah,
3 times a
if
week.
not- yeah,
With, like,
3 times,
yeah, with a week break, but We try to do
But-
stuff as much as we can.
Yeah,
Yeah.
honestly, try to get as much experience. Yeah, when are we not filming or investigating?
Yeah.
Either or. We just try to get as much experience as we can.
Yeah. So is Rachel on your guys' team?
She is part of Flumery, so she's one of
okay.
the other
Yeah.
heads of Flumery and RTL.
Yeah, she's in the RTL Paranormal Hunter group.
Okay, because I was like, she seems to know a lot of what you guys are doing. So I was like, if she's in the team, we can bring her on.
Yeah, I mean,
Part of Forgotten Friends too.
yeah, Forgotten Friends, which is a little like spin-off thing that we did. We had some people from RTL come along with us on a road trip, and it's actually what's airing right now on YouTube. So
Yeah, it's probably some of our craziest, I guess,
Mhm.
evidence that
Yeah.
we've
Oh,
ever
yeah.
done
Yep.
Yeah.
to this
So
day.
so
yeah.
did you guys, when you were on your road trip, did you do like a destination fear type road trip?
kind of. We did film like all the time because we've learned. Yep, Flumery, RTL, Forgotten Explorations. We're all basically in the same family.
Yep.
Um,
The Flumeri family.
Flumery fam.
Ray's cool. I'll
Oh,
admit
yeah.
that.
Oh yeah,
cool.
Ray's awesome.
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
Ray's awesome.
Yep.
poppy.
He's Poppy.
All right.
You've heard it here first, folks.
All right, Ray. How much did you pay him?
No, I was kidding.
No, but yeah, we try to film as much as possible at this point, just because of what Wheeler and I experienced last year.
Wow, Ray, I didn't think you could blush.
So yeah, I mean, all the time we have a camera rolling. We each have a body cam now that we try to keep on at all times. So if that's kind of what you're asking, then yeah, crap ton of nothing.
Oh, I know the feeling, because it's always going to be that moment when you turn the cameras off. That's when it's
Exactly,
going to
yeah.
happen.
That's what
Yeah,
happened at the
it's-
cabin the first time.
It's
The
always
doll
been
fell over and all that stuff too.
The doll, the shadow figure that me and Austin saw.
Yep.
Yeah, when they actually saw the shadow figure, they were actually doing a bathroom break.
Yeah.
So none of us had cameras or nothing.
Yeah, it was one of those step freeze, teary-eyed moments.
locking eyes.
Yeah, we both looked at each
Yeah.
other to kind of be like, yeah, I was making sure I didn't see something, and then he looked at me, and I was like, oh yeah, he definitely just
yeah.
saw something.
Yeah.
We tried not to say anything too because we didn't want to confirm it.
Yeah, we just looked at each other. And we're like, yep, that actually just happened.
I mean, it went from looking like this, like the Holy Ghost is behind me, to darkness.
Yeah, the light changed in the room. It was terrifying. And then
Yeah.
we stayed there.
Yeah,
Actually, we didn't immediately
for
run
2
out.
days.
Wow, you actually stayed for 2 days.
Yeah,
Yeah, and we've
Well,
gone back.
I was gonna say
And we're
yeah,
about to go
we did
back.
that.
We're going back this
Multiple
weekend.
days,
not this weekend, next weekend.
Next
weekend.
weekend.
Yeah. So Jacob, Kel's got a question, and I feel like you've been more quiet than the others. So I'm going to throw this one to you. What makes your guys' team different from others?
We don't really work like a team. We work like a family. So one of us usually is on the same page of somebody else, and then it turns out we're all on the same page. Like we were at the church, then Fleetwood Church.
Yeah,
Mhm.
Fleetwood.
Yeah, and we were all there, and we all walked in, and then we all had the immediate same vibe. We all put the equipment right where we all wanted to put it together without even asking. And they were like, oh, that's where we were going to put it. And so we kind of work like we already know each other, like we're family. Like we've grown up since we were babies, but we haven't really even been around each other for that long. And I just think that we work a lot better than a lot of other people, because a lot of people are more or less just there as a job aspect for like YouTubers, or just there just to get money. And we're just there just to prove for the fact that it is actually haunted, or it was a ghost, or it was just actually the building's just old, or the thing here is evil, or it's not evil. So I feel like we're more family based than like team based.
Okay. Yeah, that's cool. And that's kind of what I like to look for because I'm a part of 6 teams, and I always, when I'm like around certain teams, I always like to see like, how they interact and how fluid they are of, is this like a group that's here just because of like they're looking for their 15 minutes of fame, or
Yeah, right.
are they here
That's true.
because
For the
they're
long
going to
run.
find the truth, or are they here because they're just having fun? And it's like that, each are perfectly fine.
Hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think it was Wheeler, or no, not Wheeler. It was AG that said stuff about equipment. And so Pam's got a question for you guys: is what is your thought about the new XL SS camera?
So I actually haven't seen. I'm guessing the specific one she's talking about, but SLS cameras in general, I really like. It's just hard to find, I guess, a good one because I guess all the times that we've used one, um, almost every time you can kind of debunk it because it likes to take like chair legs and like lamp posts and stuff like that.
Yeah, it looks like a railing if you're
Yeah, a
up the
railing or
stairs.
something, and it's usually easier to debunk. But when they do work, like when you're in the middle, like just in an empty room, and you start seeing, something form, and like it starts going up. Like I've seen footage of some crazy SLS stuff, and
Right.
I personally do like it because, like I said, specifically when it's in an empty room, and like you start seeing something climb up the corner of the
Yeah.
wall or like climb on the
Right.
ceiling.
You tell it to wave
Uh,
and you see its arm go up.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like there's some. I know there's, uh, I know Ghost Adventures isn't a good example, but I know they have, plenty of footage and stuff like that. Many other groups do too.
Yeah, and I'm glad you pointed that out because I had a friend who runs the SLS, and he would always tell me he gets irritated when people will just scan the room and go, "Oh, there's a ghost," and he's like, "No, that's the corner of the desk
Yeah,
because
Yep.
it's sticking out from the flat
yeah,
wall. It's
exactly. Yeah,
mapping it as somebody moving," and he's like, "You got to learn how to disassociate
yeah.
the
From it,
surrounding area to say yes, that's legit versus no, it's mapping this furniture."
yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yep.
Yeah.
And
That's greedy.
no, Kel, I'm not being greedy. I
Stays
just like to
greedy.
collaborate. Have you ever caught anything with an SLS on the blank wall?
Yes, we
Yeah.
caught something at the Heyman house the first time we went. We had two kids pop up in the middle of a door frame, and there's nothing behind the door frame. It's just like a 10-foot area of just open space. And we had a ball sitting in the floor, and we were watching them reach down and sweep their arms like this, but they couldn't pick the ball up. And then we heard a loud bang, and then they just literally ran off the SOS. And that's like the only time we've physically caught something on SOS, if I'm not mistaken.
That's really cool. And Ernie Pack, he's a really big time paranormal investigator. I say big time because he's been in it a lot longer than I have. But he says the SLS cameras give too many false positives for me to put much faith in them. I have seen some convincing stuff from them, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
definitely
Yeah,
agree with
yeah.
that.
yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
The one
Maybe
or two
that's what,
times I've used it. It's been a
maybe
world
that's what
change.
Pam's talking about with the new one. I don't know if it's like better at it, but
Yeah. And I just remembered one of our Facebook's users says, "Can y'all see my name now?"
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure that's
Where did
Kevin.
it go?
I'm pretty sure that's still
That
Kevin.
has to be Kevin.
yeah,
It
that
has
has
to
to be.
be.
Yeah.
But yeah, so Ray says no me gusto for the SLS, and Rachel says not everything is paranormal all the time.
Yeah.
For
That is
sure.
very
Yeah.
true. And let's see. Kel says, "Have you guys ever almost got caught trespassing?"
That's y'all.
I was gonna say, yeah, that's not.
I'm gonna
That's
open
not
the
me.
floor to you guys.
Yeah,
I plead
that's
the
Austin and Jacob there.
plead the fifth on that one.
So
Yeah, I was
Go
gonna
ahead and
say,
criminate yourself.
this was the second time that we went. Well, Jacob wasn't even there. It was me and three other people that
Well, I wasn't even talking about that. I was talking about the Big C. Crawford.
Oh, I'm not even talking about that one because that one we're fine.
Yeah, Crawford's
But
not really trespassing.
Again,
depending on where you go.
this is before we did the paranormal. We don't do this anymore. All right.
Yeah.
Canceled.
And none of us three on the side here were there. We're all innocent.
Yeah. So we go to this place, and my friend has a scanner with him, and he's like kind of listening, and we have been in this place for a while, maybe like 3 hours, which in my opinion is a little too long. And next thing you know, you hear possible trespassers at the school, blah, blah, blah. And we all like freeze, and we all like turn and we look at each other, and we're like, okay, it's time to get out. So we run out like one out at a time. That way we're not this big group of people like just running. And next thing you know, you see like lights come in, stuff like that. And yeah, so that's the only time that's happened. We don't do it anymore. So yeah.
I love how you take the time, knowing the police are coming, to go, okay, guys, let's not run out as a group. Let's go one
That's
at a
exactly
time.
what I was just thinking.
I made sure to be the first. I was the first one out.
It's like, what is it going to change if we're running out one by one rather than?
It wasn't even my choice. It was one of the other people. They were like, all right, if we go out as a group, they're going to more likely get us. Okay. They're going to see us.
Yeah.
Yeah. Pam commented, yeah, she was referring to the new SLS.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll have to look that up.
Yeah,
That's pretty cool.
And Ray made a good point. He
Yeah,
says
that's very-
not everything is
very
paranormal, but everyone who investigates is definitely abnormal.
Fair enough. I agree with that.
And let's see, Pam is wanting to know, does your team work with a medium?
I would say we've never like gone on a private investigation with one, but we've been to plenty of public events where they've had mediums there. Like our most recent place, the Civil War Exchange Museum, hotel, everything, hospital. They had a couple mediums there, and I think Austin got read and stuff like that. So
It was pretty cool.
Yeah, so that's a nice lead-in, AG, because Austin, were you saying something about the Civil War Exchange?
Yeah, so we're this is actually the first time that I'm publicly saying this, but we have been blessed by Tracy, who works on the paranormal side of things over at the exchange. Her and Ray kind of got together, and Ray kind of got us with them, and during the public investigation, she kind of pulled us to the side, and we have been granted permission to film there and be the first, if not the first, one of the first people ever to film inside the exchange.
Yep.
That's super cool.
I guess privately.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
So
Yeah.
really good opportunity.
Huge thanks to them too.
Yeah, for sure. Huge shout out.
Definitely a blessing.
Ray's giving you guys a shout out, saying since you actually had a game plan to escape, you are some professional trespassers.
He is.
He is, and he's an ex-professional trespasser.
He is.
Not anymore. I'm retired.
No, so do you guys ever since you're now doing the more of the paranormal side, do you go back to some of the places you urban explored and said, let's take a new look at these?
Not really. If we were able to get, permission, then yeah, I would definitely go back. Like the what was it called? Eastern State?
Yeah. So the
Eastern
thing
State
that
Hospital.
sucks about them is it's like still owned by the government and stuff. So we're gonna have to go to like some big people to try to investigate there.
Yeah, I think judges or the cops are a good place to start to ask.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like courthouse or something. Or we'll maybe go to, or this weekend when we go to Williamsburg, we can probably ask one of the cops there if we see any of them walking around.
Where would be the?
They're like, oh, you want in?
Yeah.
Yeah. Austin,
Put your hands
just make
behind
sure
your
you
back.
tell them you want to do it correctly.
Yeah. Hey,
Yeah.
without breaking any laws, how do we get in here? If it's even possible, yeah.
Blair Witch House.
Yes,
So
I want to do that.
Pat's says, take Emma a toy on.
Yeah, so
not-
that I was gonna say, so that's actually referring to the exchange. There's supposedly a little girl there named Emma who I think we actually spoke to a little bit through Estes, but we found out that she likes to have like she loves I think it was teddy bears if I'm not mistaken. So
Yeah, teddy bears or dolls, one of the
so
two.
we'll definitely we'll probably get both teddy bear and a doll.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
And so Pam is wanting to know, do you have a TV show?
We wish.
It'd be nice.
Hopefully one day.
No,
Yeah,
we don't. We're completely self-funded. So any money that we make, from
Yeah.
actually working a job and everything, we do have a YouTube. Every investigation that we go on privately, we post up there in an episode-styled format. And I think we have about 30 videos up there right now. So
Wow. So how do you take the time to break an investigation up into episodes?
it takes a lot of time.
I know.
So the most recent one that I just finished editing was the Haunted Heyman Part 1, because we're doing a two-part kind of thing. We had it for 2 nights. And you really have to pick and choose because you don't want to make the video too long, but you don't want to make it too short and cut out, a lot of the details.
Right.
It takes about 18 hours or so to edit for a full 45-minute video. And that's just going through every video that you have, which, we have like 6 cameras, go through each one, see what we want to put in, where we want to put it in, stuff like that. So
what software do you use?
I use Premiere, anything Adobe. I've been using it since we started, since 2019. And AG's actually just started making all of our thumbnails for YouTube. So he's been using the Photoshop license that I have.
Yeah, Adobe Photoshop.
So,
That's cool. So Ray goes, he. Eastern State? I know who to talk to.
Okay, maybe we.
yeah, that'd be wild. Just
That
saying,
would be
right? That would
awesome.
be insane.
And then Kel was commenting, you should get Ray to fund you to come to the UK. And then he's like, nope. But he's like, so she says, you should bring me. And he says, sure.
Sure.
1 is cheaper than 4.
Yeah, that's true.
What the hell?
So you just have a paranormal experience, Austin?
I don't know. There was something that just fell behind my computer and it made like a metal noise.
Yeah, I heard
There's
that.
nothing.
Heard the
Sounded like you
noise, yeah.
slapped a thermos off your desk.
But that's the thing. There's nothing metal around me.
Cats in your room?
No, the door is closed.
So I'm going to ask an interesting question of you guys, being you're in Virginia. Are there any historic places nearby you, like, say, battlefields or something, but you never go investigate?
I can just quickly just say Yorktown.
Yeah.
The Yorktown Beach area. And I'd say the main reason why we haven't done Yorktown is just because it's always so filled with like people. There's always people at the beach. The houses there, they still have residents living in them. So that's probably the biggest reason why we haven't done that. But I know it was a smaller battle, but Battle of Yorktown, it's right under the James River and James Bridge. So that's one area that I can think of.
Cabin on
You
the
know,
East.
AG, I got to say, as a historian, I love how you say Yorktown was a minor battle when it was the one that decided the end of the
I was
revolution.
it was a significant battle, but
I was gonna say yeah, but for like people who aren't into, because I know when I first moved here, Yorktown, like I think a lot of kids growing up when they will hear Yorktown, they'll just say, "Oh, Yorktown Beach," like the beach down there,
Right.
not like look at it as a its own battlefield type of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I'm like, when you said that, I'm laughing, going, "You and I have very different
very different,
definitions
yeah.
of battlefields and historic
That
moments."
one was pretty minor.
Yeah.
Not too big of a
It's a
deal.
small battle.
It's like-
Yeah, it doesn't really matter.
It was a big siege, but England surrendered. But that happens everywhere.
Yeah, it's not
Yeah.
too big of a deal. It's fine.
So Gus is chiming in, says, "Morning from DAT Paranormal Singapore."
Oh wow!
Hmm.
Shout out. What's up, man?
And let's
Howdy.
see. Rachel says, "I love Eastern State Pen. Haven't gotten to investigate it yet. Hopefully, we'll all get together."
Yeah, definitely. That's
Definitely
a big
open
place,
to it.
though. Yeah.
Yeah, and Kel says, "Been amazing meeting you guys. Hopefully, we can get you back in the future. You guys are awesome."
Thank
Yeah,
you.
thank you so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah, it's our pleasure.
And let's see. Ray is saying, "Always wanted to investigate Bluebeard's Cave in Yorktown, but like you said, very congested with locals and tourists, and it's not a really important place, Ray. So,
It's really just not even that big of a deal, to be honest.
Ernie's laughing and saying, it's kind of like the Normandy skirmish in World War II.
Yeah.
It's another battle. All they did was really argue.
Yeah, I think, Pam, we talked about, they answered this a little earlier reading your comment, but to make sure, the Blair Witch House in Ohio. Have you guys heard of it?
I personally have not.
I haven't
But
either.
Blair Witch is like, I don't know. I love the Blair Witch movies. So if it has anything to do kind of like with the story of the Blair Witch,
Yeah.
I'm in for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so do you guys plan on doing episodes where you're running through the woods, making it look like you're running from something?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna have snot pouring down too.
Well, no, I've like specifically, we've I think for our first Cabin on 360 video, we did a little shot that was kind of inspired by Sam Raimi's shot in the first Evil, or I guess all his Evil Dead movies, where the camera's going through the woods and stuff.
Right.
That's the closest thing I think we've done to movie
Running
film
from
stuff.
Ray's Hasty.
That's definitely something to run from. And he's not kidding about that.
Oh, that's all like fun. Gus, if you're talking to me, you can share it out all you want. No, I'm happy with that. Do you guys want him to share out some of your live stuff?
Go right ahead.
Yeah, only if you
Yeah,
think
awesome.
it's worthy,
But we're not worthy.
Yeah, no, literally.
I was like, what kind of show did we turn into? Like, we're not worthy. We're not worthy. All right. Well, we've reached the hour. If anyone in the chat has some other questions for our guests or anything else that you guys want to share, any exclusives or anything coming up?
So the only thing I really can say is we're posting every month, for the remainder of the year. The 1st and the 15th of every month, Forgotten Explorations on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, all that stuff. But other than that, no, I don't have anything else to say.
Oh,
yeah, May 13th. May 13th, there's a Flumery public investigation. It is in Chesterfield, Virginia. I believe we're not really doing it. RTL is doing it. Like we said, RTL and Forgotten Explorations and
Flumery,
we're all a family. It's
I don't know, Ray.
Sorry,
I think
Ray.
the family's getting a little shaky here. They're like not calling out your events anymore.
Yeah. The boys will be there or else. It's going to be a bad Ray hazing. The Historic Jail and Chesterfield Museum in Chesterfield, Virginia. Tickets are $60, May 13th. So, yeah.
2 locations, 1 night, which is pretty rare for a public event. I will say that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Very rare, actually. I think this is the first one that we're doing that has to do.
Come on, Ray.
Ray.
Oh.
Oh, I hope he does go full Sicilian on me.
Oh, no, you don't. Trust me, you don't.
He's gonna power up his arm. You're ready to smack me.
It's gonna have like a crank for it.
Awesome. Thank
It's
you,
gonna be one of
Gus.
those things, the key turners.
Yeah, thank you, Gus.
Yeah, appreciate
Yeah,
that.
thanks,
We really
guys. Definitely
that.
appreciate that.
Yeah. All right. So let's see. We got a question popped in. Pam says, "Do you think that the more people you have with you want an investigation hinders what you might get, or do you think it's better to have less people?"
Honestly, I don't think amount of people really matters. I just think it's all about the energy and the mindset that you guys are all in combined.
Yeah.
I mean, we've done investigations where it's only us three, us four, and then we've had investigations where we've had like 15 people.
Yeah, we did Forgotten Friends, which was
There was 9 of us on that,
9?
but then public events too. Like
Oh yeah, public events. Yeah, there's.
it's all just about the energy that you bring.
Yeah, or I will add. Also, sometimes it just depends on the location. Because it's like some places I think like it when there's less people there, and then others will be more active when there's a little bit more. I don't know. That's one reason why I like doing the paranormal, is so we can like try to figure these types of things out. Because right now it's kind of it's super weird, in my opinion. But
I agree. Ray says he will go full Sicilian, and he's not even Sicilian. So Pam's wanting to reiterate, you guys should go to Rockville, Indiana.
yeah, we'll definitely, that's definitely going in our
to-do list.
Yeah, definitely. I think I've written it down 3 times already. So
He's got it on one single page.
I will say I have, like I said, I have a friend that went there. She's with the Sirens of the Expanses, and yeah, it's definitely on my list.
Yeah,
and Kel says, "Ray, get my ticket. I'm joining the team." Ray says to Pam, he's on it. So you guys may be getting there.
Hey,
there we go.
Really, really cool.
All right. So since we're at the end of the show, I am going. Oh, thank you, Pam. I do hope to make it up there soon. So one thing I like to do, since, with you guys as a team, one thing I would like to ask at the end of the show is, what advice do you have for urban explorers and paranormal teams that want to bridge the gap, or individually how to move forward and, have fun with it? What advice do you have for them?
You want to go first, Austin, or?
You're on the big screen, dude. Go for it.
I'll just say, just if you truly do love it and you have a passion for it, then just keep doing it, and remember why you're doing it, why you have a passion for it. It's different for, I guess it's different for everybody, but I think I can clearly speak. Yeah, I was gonna say
that's
for
a
the
good
urban
one,
part. Yeah, that's number one right there.
Don't get caught.
Before the paranormal stuff, if you truly have a passion for it, I think I can say for these two, we can. I don't think we'll ever stop doing this type of stuff, just because we just truly care about it.
Yeah.
And as long as you can get a good, a friend or two who that will go on these things with you, then places will speak for themselves, and it'll always just be a good time.
Yeah.
You just got to keep doing it if you love it.
Yeah. And Ernie brings up a good one, I think, before I jump to you guys, is don't think paranormal investigating is like what you see on TV, because you got to remember that's edited down from like a week's worth to an hour. So, keep that in mind. And Ray says, Keep your eyes, ears open, your mouth shut. Investigate the paranormal and no drama.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I will say you have to be a lot more patient because, like you said, the TV shows, they cut down everything.
Hmm.
Yeah.
I can't tell you how many times I've had to just sit in a room and just watch a light for like 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And sometimes it doesn't, or a lot of the times it doesn't even go off, so.
Yeah. I'm gonna
I like how you say 15 minutes. I've been known to sit for an hour and a half trying to figure out where something's coming from and then just give up.
And then,
Yeah.
I'm gonna
All right,
piggyback off
Wheeler.
of what he said though.
I was going to say for advice, I was just going to say something that Ray told us when we first joined Flumeri is don't expect to grow super, super fast. And if you are growing super fast, take it with a grain of salt because with experience, you have to start down here and you have to build up. You have to take it slowly because if not, your ego, you might not be checking your ego enough or you might get taken advantage of, stuff like that. So for us, it's really important to get the experience in with all these public events, talking to the people, doing our private investigations, learning more. And then, if we do get big, we get big. But if we don't, we're still a family and we still love doing what we're doing. So
100%.
Very true. Great advice. And then there's Austin.
I'm gonna piggyback off of what you and AG basically were saying. Just sitting there watching a piece of equipment for a specific amount of time. Don't expect, you're gonna go in there and everything's just gonna be bouncing off the walls, right?
Sorry, I couldn't resist putting that
No,
up.
it's all good.
Yeah.
Don't expect to go in there and it's gonna be completely active. There's some locations, this field is still very new. We've barely scratched the surface of what's happening in the field. There will be nights quieter than others. So don't let that discourage you. Just keep going with it because eventually you'll go to that one spot that will make you fall in love with this. So
or want to quit.
want to quit. Yeah.
One thing I'll add, because I think you guys said it all really well, though, is one thing I would add is don't fret or feel disappointed if you go to a location that you had great evidence one night and then the next time you show up, nothing at all happened.
Yeah.
Yep.
Because that happens more than you know.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
I think recently we've actually kind of experienced the opposite. We went to Wilson's Castle up in Vermont, right?
Yep.
Yeah. And it's a beautiful place. A lot of cool, artifacts and historical stuff. But we really didn't get like really any evidence. But we're willing to go back just to see what else we can get. So yeah, it's kind of the opposite. Yeah.
Sorry, I was making sure you were.
You're
looked like
fine.
you were still thinking.
Yeah, no, I was, but
cut you off.
my mouth.
You
Yeah,
can see
it
the
was,
steam coming off his head.
The Flamin' Hot Cheetos steam.
Yeah.
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 Have to break soon.
No, but AG, I gotta say, I really like the headphones, man. How you got the lights?
Oh, thank
colors.
you. I was actually debating on taping them up, but they're actually a gift from Austin, so I let them shine.
Let them puppies ride.
Yeah.
So, Austin, is that a gift for everybody in the team, or just one?
Just
Just one. No, I'm just
So,
kidding.
all right. Hold on. In my defense, AG sent me his headphones that he had, and I just wanted to upgrade them. So.
I can actually maybe show you guys them. I don't know.
Oh man, I don't know if you want to
yeah,
show
I
them.
remember these. These are actually terrible.
All right, you're gonna realize why.
I think that's cool you did that. I was just teasing you because he was like, Austin gifted it to me. It was like I couldn't resist saying.
You can tell that
So does
mine
everybody
are
get a
nowhere
pair?
near similar. These are $20 off Amazon.
Yeah,
Check
so these
these
are-
out. You ready for these
Oh
bad
yeah,
boys?
Wheelers are pretty cool too.
Oh,
These
thanks,
are my
man.
old ones, and these are completely.
Check
They
them
don't
out.
even.
Look at those
my
bad
God.
boys.
If all
You
this tape were to,
MacGyvered those.
yeah, I know. If all the tape were to come off, these would like literally fall off and just dangle by just the cords. So really grateful for Austin on that.
Yeah. So when are you getting yourself a pair, Austin?
I mean, I just got these though.
Boring.
These things are
No.
kind of expensive, so I'm not retiring these anytime soon.
Yeah. I can admit, Austin, yours compared to theirs looks like you're going to be going like this in a little while.
Oh,
Going
yeah.
this
Directing air
way,
traffic.
Yes,
over
sir.
here.
That's a good point, too, Kel.
I think
Right.
his
Black tape would have looked a little nicer, a little easier on the eyes.
These
No,
isn't
what's
ready
funny,
wrap.
though, is Ray says you can get an aneurysm with those headphones.
Yeah.
And like Kel's like, have you heard of black tape?
yeah.
Scotch tape.
That's all I can find though. I want a budget here.
No, but it really has been great getting to know you guys. And one thing I'll share with everyone is this is actually the first time meeting them. And so
Yep.
it was really cool how the show went, and we had a lot of fun. And so appreciate you guys coming on and being patient with us.
Absolutely.
Oh, thank you.
Likewise,
Thank you.
yeah.
Yeah, thank y'all
it was
so much.
amazing. Yeah.
So since you guys gave out guidance to everyone, I say we should leave with each of you saying your favorite piece of equipment for investigations.
Okay, mine's simple, but you guys can go.
You want me to go first?
Whoever.
Yeah, Wheeler, you go
Or
first.
I can go first. It doesn't.
I'm trying to think.
I put Wheeler up.
Okay, I'm trying to think. It's between two. It's either this one, because this is my first one that I actually own. That's mine. So I'm kind of biased towards that.
my favorite because it's
a
mine.
basic rim pod. Or the Flux, maybe.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, you took AGs.
Get wrecked, dude.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Flux probably, because the evidence that we've gathered from it, the conversations we've had, it's pretty cool. Flux, by the way, is just a triangle device that you put somewhere, and it has two lights on either
Motion
side.
sensor, pretty much.
Yeah, and if
Isn't
you
it the green light and red light?
green and red
Yep.
light,
red
yep.
light, yeah.
Green for yes, red for no, and we've gotten a lot of good stuff off of that. So that's
Yeah.
probably my favorite too.
I was gonna say I'll just go next, just because I personally like the Flux the most too, just because of how simple it is. Like I said, it is a motion sensor, so unless your device is getting super old or has like water damage or something, then the sensors, I guess, can be off. But it being a motion sensor, not a lot of things can mess with it other than something causing motion in front of it, because you have like the REM pods, which have like electromagnetic field, or the K2s that can go off by like lights or walkie-talkies.
Yeah, walkie-talkies for sure.
Yeah, so
Cell
that's pretty
phones
why I like
even.
the. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, if you're not careful calling people and stuff.
Yeah.
So, yeah,
Actually,
probably
we
have
found
to
you don't even
Flux.
have to have your cell phone calling someone. Just having it on in regular mode will trigger
Yeah.
a little.
I was gonna say, I think we should probably start just turning them off completely, but we've always put ours in airplane mode. But I mean, then again,
Yeah, we found on an investigation, a friend of mine, Kellen and I, we showed how the cell phone triggered it, and then we put it in airplane mode, and it was like the activity just died.
Yep.
Okay.
It was like,
yeah, we put ours in airplane mode because we do use apps like EchoVox and certain stuff on our investigations. So
Yep.
all right. And so, Austin.
I'm gonna have to go REM pod, just because that was the first like actual big piece of equipment that I purchased, and I cannot tell you how many times that I've had this REM pod go off in the middle of the night because we leave it on throughout the night and it'll just start like going off. And I'll tell you this, waking up to a REM pod going off is probably the scariest things I've ever had happen.
Yeah.
So that's just the reason why it's mine.
Yeah. So, real quick, throw you guys a little curve. Ouija boards, yes or no?
Nope.
No. Personally.
Not in a million years.
Nope.
Yeah.
Good.
Awesome. Yeah, because I know those are kind of a hot object right now in the paranormal. Like,
Yeah.
They're
I'm with you guys. No on the Ouija
I mean
board.
they'll definitely give you evidence, but
Right, it might be
it's
evidence
not-
that you do not want.
I was gonna say it's not any evidence we want to get. Yeah.
Yeah.
Pam.
Pam asking for a pair of headphones. Parker Brothers were not paranormal investigators. That's a good point. And Ernie says they're no different than any other device. Just use them right. That's the key.
That's the key.
Yeah.
Is
You
just
gotta
use it
use
right.
knowing how to
right.
use it. Yeah.
Yeah.
I won't use it until I have learned how to use it.
It's
though.
kind of like
yeah.
mirror scrying for me.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do it again until I learn how to do it.
I was say personally,
To be fair,
I'm still on the never. I'll never.
Adrian
I'll
will
film
never
them.
touch it.
I'll
he'll
gladly
film
film.
He'll be
Yeah.
like
I'll
20
film you
feet
and-
back, zoomed in on the lens.
I'll film Austin
Yeah.
and Wheeler doing one if they want to, but
I could just see AG's gonna be like 3 buildings over. With
Yeah.
the
Window.
going, I'll
Yeah.
film it.
Sniper scope.
Yeah, the
Like a-
NFL cameras that have a lens like
a
this long.
giant lens for it. Yeah.
Ernie says lots of laughs. I get it.
Yeah.
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 All right, guys. Well, again, thank you for coming on and thank you for sharing everything with us. And I'm trying to see what Ray's saying here. They'll do it if I ask in my sweet Italian way. Well, Pam, thank you for that,
Okay,
and I'm
Pam.
sure
Yeah.
they thank you as well.
Oh
if you're
yes,
following them
definitely,
as
Pam.
well.
Thank you.
Definitely.
And Kel says, thank you guys. And again, she says sorry for her absence.
Oh no, it's
It's all
okay.
good.
Get
Thank
better.
you so much for
Yeah.
having us on the show. We really, really
Appreciate
appreciate
it.
it.
Yes, thank you so much.
Michael?
Yeah, and so if you guys ever have anything coming up and you want to promote it, feel free to hit us up and ask us for airtime.
Awesome.
Appreciate
Definitely
it.
appreciate
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, and no offense to Ray, but since we're talking to you already on the show, maybe we don't have to go through Ray to get you back on. But no, we still love you, Ray. Rachel says, amazing show, fellas.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, Rachel.
See, they love
you,
you. They
Rachel.
really, really love you.
Oh yeah.
All right. Well, enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and have a great one. And I'll leave you guys with this.
Yeah. Thank
Love
y'all
you,
so
Pat.
much. We love y'all.
Yeah. Thanks
Thank
and love
you.
you guys too. Appreciate it, Michael and Kel.
Yeah. Thank
Yes,
you so
thank
much,
y'all.
guys. We really appreciate this.
All right. So I will send you guys backstage for a moment. All right. Well, thank you all for tuning in and enjoying a special episode of Paranormal Versus, where we're hopeful that Kel will return in 2 weeks for our next episode with Catherine Sorlos. And so until then, I hope you all have a great and fun weekend. And if you're going to be investigating, do it safely, do it respectfully, and above all else, have fun. Have a great one, guys. Bye-bye.